Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris, and on this channel is where I take my experience of training dogs for over 23 years and having trained over 5,000 dogs, taking that knowledge and experience and imparting it on you for you to be able to have the best relationship possible with your dog. And in this video, it's the time of year where people are starting to look at getting dogs for Christmas and for the new year. So what I want to do is I want to explain to you what it is to look for to make sure that you are getting the best possible dog that you can. It doesn't matter the price range, it doesn't matter if it's purebred or mixed breed, and it doesn't matter what age they are. The genetics aspect is going to be something that is going to be different for everybody. Remember, genetics is what we look at. That's what gives them their size, their coat type, their tendencies or instincts, whether it be herding or hunting. But what's most important when we look at getting a new dog is we have to look at what their nerve structure is, because the nerve structure is actually what we live with. And here's how we do that. One, we need to understand that if you're picking up a dog from somebody's home, we have to understand that that dog has learned how to survive in that environment. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to try to see if we can take that dog and take them to an environment that they've never been before. Because remember, in past videos, I've taught how you will truly see what a dog is in a brand new environment. So once we get them to that new environment, what we want to look for is we want to look for boldness. So for example, if I'm getting a puppy out of a litter, I want to initially look at all of those puppies and see which ones are the most active, which ones are running up to me, which ones are checking things out. I'm going to then take those that I see that are in the upper category, and I'm going to put them out in a field or put them out in a yard or a park somewhere that I can put them down and walk away. If that dog starts whining and pinning its ears or tucking its tail, and doesn't move, or it starts to really whine and start searching for me, that is going to be something I'm going to want to avoid. Because remember, a dog with a weak nerve structure is a dog that is going to rely on other dogs or people to try to stay safe, which later on is the cause for that separation anxiety when you do leave your dog home or in your vehicle. So what it is we're looking for in that situation is we're looking for a dog that thinks that the world is made for them. And so when we put them down, they don't care about where we're at. They're just sniffing and checking stuff out and showing little to no signs of stress. Now, another thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make loud, abrupt noises around the dog as well. So if I clap my hands really hard, I want to look and see what their reaction is. Because again, if they pin their ears, tuck their tail, and they try to scurry away and choose flight because that noise scared them, you may want to avoid that, because then you're going to have issues later in life, whether it's 4th of July or whether it's taking your dog out into public and a car backfires, or they hear a strange noise and it scares them and puts them into flight, or worse, causes them to show some type of aggression, whether it be barking or growling, showing of teeth, nipping, or biting. So when we make that loud noise, if a dog flinches or shows a little bit of sign of that fear, I also want to look at the recovery rate. Because just like with us, we can have somebody jump out from around a corner and go boo, and we go ah, but then we quickly recover because we see that it's no threat. So when I see a dog show signs of stress due to a noise or something, that recovery rate is really important, because it's going to give us a really good understanding of the quality of that nerve structure. A dog that doesn't even flinch, that's excellent. A dog that flinches and recovers within 5 to 10 seconds, that's not bad either. But a dog that stays in that mode of fear, that is the one that we may want to avoid. And remember, through all of this, I'm not saying that there are any bad dogs out there. I'm not saying that a person shouldn't get the ones that show this type of fear. This is all just advice. If you're one of these families that are super active and you want to be in public and you want to go explore life with your dog, it's much harder to do, and you're going to be limited if you have dogs that have a weaker nerve structure. Now this next one is going to be for somebody who's going to go to a pound or a shelter to get a dog. A majority of people are going to try to make excuses of why a dog acts the way it does as far as shyness or fear, showing fear or anything like that. Majority of the time they say, well, the dog must have been abused. And in reality, that's rarely ever the case. The thing is, if a dog is abused by somebody, that dog is going to have an issue with that person. But when you take the dog away from that person, you're going to see the dog be what it really is. You're going to see that dog be normal. Now, I have seen dogs that were absolutely abused, and I've seen them get better and recover over time, but it doesn't take years. It actually happens pretty quick. So if you did get a dog that was abused, really abused, you might see tendencies within the, only last a month or maybe a month and a half. Now, if you do choose to get a dog that is fearful or shows signs of stress through things that it sees, new people or noises, I would highly recommend that you get some good solid obedience on that dog, whether it be from somebody else besides me that knows what it is they're truly doing, or you can do it really inexpensively through our online training program where you can teach your dog the 3 main commands that you need to have control in any situation there is. That's the down command, the walk, and the hear command. It's going to teach you proper communication. It's going to teach you how to make sure that you can become the leader of your dog in any situation that you come into, which will allow you a better chance of achieving those goals that you had when you originally got your dog. So for those of you that are going to be going out and getting a new member of the family, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer those for you. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Bye.